How's the Russian coming?
Very slowly.
You gave up?
No.
Good for you.
No.
Now, I mean, a year and a half ago you were working on it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, some other things came up. I didn't stop, but I got another program on it. But I had no one to work with. Does that make sense?
Well, you got to get. There's quite a few Russian people around, so
well,
you got to get them over here.
Nah.
Truffles? Man, oh man, those are beautiful. Maybe I will have one, huh? Oh, you know, I haven't seen this since you put the furniture in.
That's right, you haven't. It's wonderful. It gets a lot of use by the residents, and we have many activities back here. You see the garden. The garden was so beautiful in the summer, and we have white rocking chairs on this porch.
Oh, this has worked out very nicely for you then, huh?
Often there are people back here, but right after lunch they usually go and relax a little in their rooms.
Of course.
Jean, I have some company I'd like to introduce you to. This is Jean McDonough.
Hello, Jean. You don't have to get up.
Why not?
Well, if you want to, I can come over and sit with you.
On me?
No. So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm all right.
Yep.
Yep.
What's you have a lovely room here.
Oh, yeah.
Very bright.
Very bright, nice, and bird feeder, and I haven't had any birds.
Not this morning, none this morning?
No, none for some time.
Now, where's your granddaughter?
Here in town.
She is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And your daughter?
Here in town.
And who are they?
The Thayers, Jonathan and Linda Thayer. Jonathan's my son-in-law.
Oh, Linda's your daughter. Sure, I know them. They've been here for so many years.
Yeah.
And have you as well?
No, I just came here in February. I lived in Princeton. I worked in the school system, and I was head of what they called the media services. I headed up the libraries and the audiovisual and all that. And I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Oh, this is just fine for me.
Yeah, this is good.
Just fine for me.
A lot of things happen amongst the people here?
No, not much. But, you know, when you get to my age, you don't want a lot of things to happen. I quilt, and it's good. And it's a nice neighborhood to walk in. And there are little kids. There are kids who play over here in this yard.
Yeah, that's great.
Jean made this beautiful quilt on the bed.
That is beautiful.
My mother must be turning in her grave.
Why?
Because I'm quilting.
Work, masterpiece in progress.
Wonderful. How long does it take you to do that?
Forever.
I bet it must.
No, I've been at this on and off over a year. I had a quilting group in Princeton.
Hello, Daisy Bell.
Hello.
Oh, Daisy Bell, how are you?
Well,
Remember me?
Yes, of course.
I'm Gino.
Gino, I know. I haven't seen you for a long time.
Well, I know, and that's why I'm shaking the tree up and getting back in here.
Okay.
How's that dynamite son of yours doing?
He's doing just...
Robert McKee.
Robert McKee, that's right.
He's a good man.
He is a good man.
Taking good care of his mom, I hope.
He certainly did.
That's all right.
He's the person who brought me up here. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's comfortable, right?
And, oh yes, this is in fact, Robert brought me when I first came. Well, Robert got these flowers right there.
Oh yeah, he is a great artist. Your son. Were you an artist? Where does he get that from?
No, I don't know where I got it from, but Robert did. Robert got it from somewhere. But
Where did you grow up?
Mississippi. The most that I think about, you know, being in Mississippi and living there, and that is how my mother and father loved each other. And that was, you know, I was just a little girl there, you know, but I just thought everything they did was just wonderful. And when they, you know, when they went to bed at night, well, they put me in bed sometimes between them, but then sometimes would put them over in a, you know, something else, so that they had some of their own, you know, things to do. But it was a very, you know, it's funny that you should, you know, bring this up, but it means a lot what your mothers and fathers do for you when they're you know, older than, just a little bit older than you. And I think that my parents were, you know, they made us part of them in a way, of course, but not part everything. And we all, so I never had any problems with this business of, oh, my mother didn't do this and my mother didn't do that, because everything was just done the way they wanted it and when it wanted it, you know.
And I bet it helped you to be a good parent.
Well, I'm sure it was.
I bet if I were to ask Robert what kind of a mom you were, I bet she'd say probably the same thing.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know anybody in Martha's Vineyard and the radio station there? My nephew just came from Waltham, and he's a programmer over there in Martha's Vineyard.
He is.
Yeah, his name is Alfred Tixera.
I don't know them, no.
Yeah, he's new. He just came just right after Christmas.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is he going to come over and visit with you?
Yeah, well, I presume he will.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You got to do that. Well, maybe you'll go over and see him.
Yeah.
Once you get that sugar daddy with his plane, I'll fly you over there.
I'd love to get a sugar daddy.
Okay, well, we're going to work on that. This is part of it.
Well, if you can find one, tell him where I am.
Okay, you're sure now?
I'll bet you 10 to 1.
They're going to come knocking.
Okay.
Ken Baird. He's sitting here so you can get the dress.
A gentleman.
Sit over there on the bed.
Sure.
Then you won't be in front
It's
of
nice to see a man here.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Now, is John still here?
John Bartlett is still here too, yes.
And is it just Ken and John now
Ken
here?
Baird, there
That's
are
right.
the two men.
How are
two
you,
male
sir?
residents.
Should I put this cap on or?
Well, yeah, if you want, if you brought it for that reason.
Yeah, I should.
Sure. Hey, that looks good. That's a good Irish hat. You're an Irishman?
No, a Scotsman.
Scotsman, of course.
Sure.
So now, where are you from?
Well, you mean before we came here?
Yeah, are you a Nantucketer?
No, I'm a Worcester Shore
Okay.
from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, we came here for our summer vacation. And we stayed at the Nesbitt Inn on Broad Street. And we liked it so well that we decided to move up here.
And what did you do out here?
Well, I went to work. I worked at the Nobby shop.
Hey.
Yeah, I liked the work, and I knew Samuel Paris and his father, and so I got to know a lot of Nantucket families.
Oh, yeah. So you were a salesman, helping
Yes,
people out?
it was sales and marketing. When I first came here, I played a lot of golf, and I played and did a lot of surf fishing, but not anymore. I've even played St. Andrews in Scotland.
That must have been a highlight.
It really was. It was a banner year. In fact, I played it 4 times on 4 different trips, including in all kinds of weather. Yeah.
So, how do you like the homestead?
Oh, I enjoy it. I enjoy
You
it.
do.
Yes, I do.
Now, your family, you have children?
No, we both married late. See, I had 4 years of college at Penn State, and Mrs. Baird taught school. So we decided that we did our share of helping the young people.
Right, right. Decided just to enjoy yourselves.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And your wife?
She died.
Yeah.
She died on just about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her, but she was a wonderful wife, all right.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm
And
sure she
we
was.
did a lot of traveling together.
Right.
And we were just ideally suited for each other.
Yeah. It's not easy to find, but when you find it, you treasure
That's right.
it,
I
don't
knew
you?
I had it.
Yeah, that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So, well, here you are. You're among many women.
Well, I'm used to it.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's good.
That's no problem.
No problem.
No.
Do you get out? Do you get out and walk around a little bit and move around a little bit?
I like to, but it's I don't want to have fall.
Yeah, right.
But I do have my little friend Freddie over there. He's my little pal Freddie. See him with a yellow hat.
Yeah, it says my little friend Freddie. Who's that?
Well, he must have been a tree ornament, but everywhere I go, he goes.
He's just good luck?
That's right.
Well, that's terrific.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, sir, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your life with us.
Well,
I appreciate that.
It was my pleasure.
Putting all your Christmas stuff away? That's great. You guys working together on it?
Oh,
No, this is all hers, and I'm next door.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you guys chat together a lot?
yeah,
Yeah.
we get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get along.
Yeah, I'll say we do.
Yeah, that's
And this is one thing that has interested me, in that above her, on the wall there, above her thing, she has Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why is that interesting to you?
Well, I don't think it's usual for anybody, to do that. And then that's
I'm
another.
Catholic.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
What did you say?
I'm Catholic.
Yeah. Well, you're Catholic. I was Episcopalian.
Oh, I thought you might have been Baptist, being from Mississippi.
No, not a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was definitely Episcopalian. My father was an Episcopal clergyman, and he, brought us up right through. He didn't force us to anything, but we learned a lot, from him.
Did you go to church?
Yes.
Do you still go to church?
Not as much as I used to, but that was a long time ago.
I bet you go to church all the time. Not as often as you.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, I have been just saying to myself, I've really got to get back and start going back to church, because it was just.
Why do you say that?
Well, why do I say that? I felt that it was something that had been very important to me as growing up. And then things I started doing other things as I got older. And then, but then I started thinking, not too long ago, that I really feel like I've got to get back, to where I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah.
You get an exciting life.
Why?
Being a cameraman. That's exciting, doing that. I had a brother that worked in Boston, a very well-known photographer, in fact, he worked at MIT as a photographer. Go on planes and go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good life.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, I bet it is.
it's nice to meet everyone.
Yes.
If you like people, it's a good life.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the Girl Scout troops on the island made that and brought it over to the residents as a gift.
How can someone live here? How does it work?
As a matter of fact, we're welcoming new names onto our waiting list right now. You need to call us at the homestead and come by maybe for a tour. We can send you a brochure, or you can come by and pick one up. And so we need to interview you, and we have an application that you could fill out and be on the waiting list.
What's the waiting list like? How long?
It's difficult to say because although we have quite a few names on the list, there are some on the list who are not ready to come to the homestead yet. And there are others who might require a downstairs room, and we would only have an upstairs room. So what we do is once you get on the waiting list, we start at the top, and when we have a room available, we'll call the number 1 person and the number 2 person, and we go right on down. And if we should call and you're not ready for a room yet, then you still keep your place on the list, and we check with you when rooms are available.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you for coming to visit, Gino.
My pleasure. And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay.